as we are scattered in different time zones, we need to greeting each other in different way. I am Alessandra Mazzei, and as the chair of the Gift of Stede Consortium, it's a great pleasure today to be here for the graduation ceremony of the MIC class 2018-2020. I welcome all and each of you, colleagues from Hansa University, Leeds Beckett University, and Vilnius University, friends and family, and most of all, you, our MIC candidates. This is a very special graduation ceremony, but not because it's online. What makes it more special than ever is that you are the new candidates. The mission of our master is to train communication professionals owning an intercultural mindset. To reach this goal requires a huge effort from different universities. Many teachers, thesis supervisors, tutors, staff, personnel, to all of them my huge thanks. But above all, to reach this goal, we need you, the MIC candidates, people with the vocation and the attitude to become international professionals in the field of communication. People with the determination to achieve goals and the passion for living the diversity of our world. I feel proud of you. Today is also the day when my second mandate as the consortium chair is over. It has been an honor and a great challenge for me. I had the opportunity to coordinate a group of fantastic colleagues from the university partners. I had the honor to meet so many students from so many countries. We strongly experienced together what intercultural communication is. We now are a stronger professional and academic community. Today, Rudiger Thälmann, and this is a new, maybe someone doesn't know it yet, Rudiger Thälmann will become the new chair of the Gift of Stede Consortium. And now I leave him the stage, an esteemed colleague and a dear friend, to chair the ceremony and to start from now onwards to lead our consortium. It will be a pleasure to continue to work with you, Rudiger. Congratulations and the best wishes for your new appointment. So now I declare opened the graduation ceremony. Rudiger, the stage is yours.
Yes, thank you so much, Alessandra, for your very kind words. I'm really excited to be the chair, but of course I'm aware that you left a huge footprint and you have been such an enthusiastic leader who has taken our consortium in a new direction. So it is, of course, a burden, but of course a huge joy to follow you. So thank you very much. Dear guests, it is my pleasure to take you through our celebration today. And again, first of all, a warm welcome to our graduates. It's really great to see you all here today. I hope everyone with a smile on your face. And of course, also a warm welcome to the families and friends who are attending this ceremony today. And I'm really very delighted to welcome also the honorary chair of our consortium and the founder of our great MIC program, Ike Smith. Ike, it is great to see you and to have you with us today. Thank you for joining. Dear graduates and guests, the MIC program is all about people, students, colleagues, alumni, our network of communication professionals, and they all create our MIC community. My colleagues and myself, we are proud that we are part of the MIC community together with you graduates. And we are proud that we had the privilege to teach you. The graduation ceremony today is not the end of your MIC journey. We will have another celebration, hopefully next spring, hopefully with real drinks and real hugs. But even that celebration will not be the end of your MIG journey, because the MIG community is also about friendship, and it is about open-mindedness for other people and other cultures, and this will stay forever. As you all know, it was the original plan to be now in that moment in Leeds, probably in the Rose Bowl, and to have the ceremony there. So let's now start in our virtual graduation ceremony. And first of all, I would like to welcome my colleagues from Leeds Beckett University who have joined the ceremony today. First, I would like to welcome my dear colleague Shirley Beresford. Hello, Shirley. And it is now my pleasure to introduce my dear colleague and friend, Robert Minton Taylor. So Robert is a communication professional with more than 50 years of experience. He is a passionate educator, and many of you remember him from our CIPR project. And I just want to wrap all his achievements and awards in one sentence. On the 70th anniversary of the Chartered Institute of Public Relations in the United Kingdom, Robert was named as one of 70 people who made a significant and outstanding contribution to the public relations and communications in the United Kingdom. And I guess this really says it all. Robert has campaigned for so many good causes. And so I'm really grateful that Robert has joined us today. And I just would like to call now Robert onto our virtual stage today for a short speech. Thank you, Robert.
Good afternoon to you all. I hope you can all see me, and you might see that I'm wearing a jacket which was bought less than 9 months ago in Wuhan, mainland China. So I doubt whether I'll be back there again very soon, but I think it probably shows the weird world we currently live in. I just wanted to say this is a special day for our graduates on the MIC program. And to you, the parents, thank you for giving your sons and daughters the loving care and money to see them through their course. As a parent, I know the sacrifices you have made to help them graduate. However, this is a day when parents get the payback for all the heartache, tears of sadness, joy, and comforting hugs that you've bestowed upon your children the past years. But today it's all been worth it. Your sons and daughters have truly made the grade. They have done you proud. I talked about the fact I bought my Chinese jacket from Wuhan, and I think we live in a very uncertain world, a world of enormous change, a world where norm is uncertainty. As Rudiger mentioned, I'd spent 50 years in the communications industry, but I have never, ever seen anything like this. Economies are in free fall, and the outlook remains very uncertain. Undoubtedly, we will see many organizations making people redundant. Where will we be in 6 months, a year, 5 years from now? The US and Eurozone economies could take until 2023 to recover from the impact of COVID-19, according to a new report published last week by McKinsey. To be honest, I lie awake at night wondering what the future holds for our MIG students. Will anybody be hiring you when industry and commerce face such turmoil, particularly in the UK and in Europe? But an uncertain and challenging world also brings opportunities. The future of our business is undoubtedly in the hands of the capable young, like you, the graduates attending this ceremony. I know that your zest for life, your creativity and entrepreneurism and ability to come up with ideas and solutions will be qualities that employers will value in a post-COVID-19 world, a world where only the best educated talent and those that have worked on live projects and in teams with clients such as IKEA will survive. You have all had the benefit of a postgraduate education at some of the best universities in Europe, if not the world, for PR studies. So now's the time to make that opportunity work for you. So how do you do that? I've done some research recently, which I will share with you all. I can send you an email on this. The companies are not interested in what you did for yourself, but what you did for others. Why? Why is that? PR is a people business. The soft skills you have learned working on multicultural team projects are more important than PR theory. But jobs will no longer come looking for you. you will need to go out and find them. So make sure your CV works for you and your LinkedIn profile stacks up under scrutiny. Why not let your tutors take a look at it? I'm doing that with some of our mixed students in the UK and MA/PR students. Follow senior PR executives on Twitter. Post blogs on your LinkedIn site on issues that matter to the industry, like gender equality and diversity or ethics. Just before I leave you, I want to talk to you about Black Lives Matter. 72 years ago, in June 1948, 4 months after I was born, a ship called the MV Empire Windrush sailed into Tilbury Docks near London, bringing workers from the West Indies as a response to labour shortages in the UK. As a white person, I cannot imagine what it is to be a person of colour, to suffer the indignities, to be discriminated against, to feel invisible, unwanted. BAME students on the MIC programme have taught me about the injustices that they have suffered in life. I know of few, if any, black people, or indeed anyone else in the BAME community who are CEOs of PR agencies. That is terrible. There is not a single PR lecturer that I know who is black. That is also terrible. Maybe I've missed out. Public relations is by its very nature a profession that needs to harness the skills and talents of our rich and culturally diverse world. Indeed, it makes good business sense to employ executives from different multicultural backgrounds. PR in Europe, at least, is still principally, though, a white middle-class profession. This situation cannot continue, but you, the future stars of tomorrow, are in the best position to change things. So I'm pleased to announce that working with Rudiger in the next academic year, we will be working to change minds with the Public Relations and Communications Organisation, called the PRCA for short. It's the world's largest communications organisation, and we will be giving mixed students the opportunity of developing a project which will involve gaining the views of young people on Black Lives Matter. Students will then develop proposals that can be implemented by the PRCA across in-house PR departments and PR agencies to improve the job prospects of the BAME community. Last but not least, have some downtime and enjoy the experience of not having to study. When you come back from your break, start the preparation for your job hunting. When you find that job, keep in touch with your university. You never know when you might need the help of your former lecturers and tutors. They can be of enormous help in mentoring you through life's experiences because they too have been through those experiences. So good luck to you all, and it's lovely to see you.
Thank you so much, Robert. Okay, so we have been in Leeds now, and let's now move to Italy. And I'm delighted to welcome from Ulm, Roberto Razzetto. Roberto is the MIC Consortium Manager and Head of International Affairs at Ulm. And I also would like to say that Roberto is one who has shaped the consortium from the very beginning. So thank you very much, Roberto, for all your commitment, and good to see you today.
Thank you, Rudiger, and hello everybody, and dear candidates or almost graduates. Please allow me a couple of considerations. Today, enormous challenges await you, which can be tackled, above all, thanks to the professionalism on international communication that young specialists like you, through the tools that technology has given us and will continue to give us, can use to change the course of human history in the coming decades, according to the hard challenges we are facing. Today, more than before, the world of communication is pervaded by uncertainty about the truth. We are, in fact, in the age in which the phenomenology of post-truth has been institutionalized, and is being studied as an inborn and proper feature of agreement among human beings. Climate change, the pandemic, the rise of nationalisms, and the evolution of democracies into technocracies, the setting aside of great ideals and the rediscovery of a new evolutionary humanism are some of the spatial coordinates through which the post-truth environment reveals itself. In this context, I'm pleased to quote a passage from a short essay, A Brief History of Lying, this is the title of the essay, by an important philosopher, a professor of ULM University, Professor Mariatilde Beccattini, who left us a few months ago. After the definition of a lie, it is made clear what should be the necessary condition for it to flourish. A prior agreement on the truth is necessary. That is, the possibility of communication is necessary at the time, not the truthfulness of what is said or enunciated by any other means, but the agreement of what must be defined as true, according to which speakers can decide whether to say what corresponds to the unanimous definition of true or whether to say something else on and then lie. We all know that the sun does not rise or set, or rather it does not revolve around the earth. Nevertheless, we all agree that the sun sets and the sun rises. If one morning, for fun or for mischief, I said to an unwise person, perhaps just back from an intercontinental flight, "Oh, look at the sky turning pink. Is the sun setting softly?" Well, I'd be a liar. I wouldn't be a liar if I said, "I understand that you are confused, but the sun is now rising." Because even if I were to say something known as false, the sun doesn't revolve around the earth, so it doesn't rise. I would be making a statement that fits into the common agreement on the truth of saying, and I would only be mortally boring and no more sincere if I said it. Dear, those rosy clouds tell us that soon the earth will be in a position to give us the impression that the sun rises from behind those snowy mountains, but we know very well that it does not. As you can see from this passage, the relationship between truth and lie is part of the agreement signed between women and men. Through the principles and mechanisms of communication that define and recognize the condition of supremacy that humankind has had over the centuries on nature. This consortium has always placed in cultural diversity, in the principle of dialogue and communication between people, two of its pillars and principles of foundation. These principles have moved all the teaching of the Master International Communication from the first to current edition, and nowadays they remind you of the importance of this diploma for all of you, the legacy that introduces you to a professional path that today, more than before, plays a fundamental role. So, guys, good luck to all of you and take care of yourself. Grazie.
Thank you, Roberto. And now our virtual journey takes us north, and I'm delighted to welcome and to introduce the program manager of the MIG program at Hanse University, Annemieke Terborg.
Hello, dear soon-to-be MIG alumni, dear parents, family members and friends of our class of 2018-2020. Here you are, a graduate of the Master International Communication, a communication professional. Congratulations, we are proud and grateful to share this joy with you. You should be proud too. After a year of studying at 2 different universities in 2 different countries, working in multicultural project groups, creating solutions for real-life clients, you have finished your master's studies. You completed your master's thesis and now you are a communication professional, ready to take on the world. And what a world it is, a new one, full of challenges, especially for those creating bridges across fields and industry, you, the communicators. If there ever was an important time in the global marketplace for communication professionals, this is it. We need ethical, critical, sensitive professionals to take on misinformation and injustice. You have been trained for this. This is your chance to shine and share your talent and move the world. We wish you strength, inspiration, and wisdom on this journey. It would have been wonderful to celebrate together safely in Leeds, but we live in different times with limited gatherings and with many of our graduates all over the world. A classic graduation ceremony was therefore unfortunately impossible, but I'm sure you will have a wonderful online ceremony and we will send you the
any kind of situation. Dear graduates, the diplomas that you will be awarded very soon is the best proof that it does not take Elon Musk's rocket on this as well. On behalf of the community of the Faculty of Communication,
celebration, and of course also a thank you to Dania and Chiara, who has supported Carmen.
Thank you, Rudiger. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Our consortium of universities is named after Professor Gert Hofstede. And as many of you know, Gert Hofstede sadly passed away this year in February, aged 91 years. Professor Hofstede was renowned all over the world for his pioneering studies of cultures across modern nations, and he was awarded honorary doctorates and professorships from universities all around the world. Our consortium does not only hold his name, but we also share his spirit and values. And we will now see an interview in which Professor Alessandra Mazzei talks to the founder of the MIG program and our honorary chair, Ikje Smit, about the legacy of Gert Hofstede. And Ikje has also produced a documentary which shows the life of work of Professor Gert Hofstede.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much, Ikje, to be with us today. Ikje Smit is the founder and the former chair of the consortium Geert Hofstede. Ikje is a person that knows very well the work, the life of Professor Geert Hofstede. So, Ikje, we would like to ask you some questions dedicated to the memory of Professor Geert Hofstede. First of all, as an expert and a person close to Professor Hofstede, what are, according to you, the major accomplishments in his professional life that you would remind to the new generation of intercultural competent communicators?
Thank you, Alessandra, so much for inviting me to do this. It's a great honor to reflect on Geert Hofstede's accomplishments as a person and as a professional person. I think the major accomplishment that he gave us is written down in this book that his son presented to me, which is Culture's Consequences. And the subtitle is The International Differences in Work-Related Values. When he published that book, I think we have to realize that there was no theory about cultural values. There was no theory about how culture played a role in what we did as in our professional life and what we did in our personal life. And so what Geert did with his book and the creation of the cultural dimensions was give us words. He provided us with a lexicon of cultural differences. I think that is the most important thing that he did for us. I have seen that when you, the students, learn about the dimensions of culture, that you can apply that right away in your own experiences in dealing with different cultures. I think that is one of the strengths of the theory. I interviewed Michael Bond, of course, who was very much part of the long-term, short-term dimension creation. about the meaning of Geert Hofstede for the field. And I think this is what he said, which was very, very telling for me and very, very important. He said he was the one to open the door. He gave us words. He gave us markers, he said, on the playing field so we could get on with the game. Before Hofstede, we were just a bunch of kids playing pickup soccer on this wide open field. And then, of course, his field was cross-cultural psychology. So he said, cross-cultural psychology begins as a serious discipline from the publications of his book. And of course, it is one of the most cited pieces of social sciences of all time. He is still, I think, one of the top 10 cited social scientists even now. So I think that's the main accomplishment that he had was the dimensions of culture.
Ike, thank you so much. So, based on your opinion, Professor Hofstede represented, and his book represented the kind of turning point in our knowledge about intercultural differences. Looking at the future, according to you, among the wide and valuable heritage we received from Professor Hofstede, what ideas will be more relevant in the near future?
Right. Well, I think one of the things is, if we look at him as a person, he was a very innovative person. And I think this is something that we can learn from him, how innovative, how you keep on connecting things that maybe were not connected before to create innovation. But I think the most valuable idea, and that is a very societal idea, is put in the preface of the book, which I want to read to you right now. And I think you will recognize the urgency of today in the preface of a book written and published in 1982. He says, "The survival of mankind will depend to a large extent on the ability of people who think differently to act together. International collaboration presupposes some understanding of where others' thinking differs from ours. Exploring the way in which nationality predisposes our thinking is therefore not an intellectual luxury. A better understanding of invisible cultural differences is one of the main contributions the social sciences can make to practical policymakers in government, organizations, and institutions, and to ordinary citizens." And I think this is very much based on his own values and his contribution to understanding people from different cultures, because what he told me also, he was convinced that if we understood each other more, that would contribute to peace. And I think when you see now, with all of the demonstrations against racism, all of the demonstrations around the world that say we have had enough of these divisions based on different thinking, different color of skins, let's go beyond that and work together to create a peaceful world. And we have to do that. We have had enough. I think this is one of the lessons, at least a lesson for me, that he has given. And it's in the preface of his book of 1982.
Thank you so much, Ike. So a very wide and valuable and actual heritage from Professor Hofstede. In order to prize his memory, this heritage, recently you opened the Hofstede Archives. Could you tell us what is the value of these initiatives?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, I promised I would do this to Geert Hofstede, not knowing that the man had saved everything. When the truck full of boxes of the Hofstede archives came to the Library of Groningen, everybody was shocked. They had never seen such a complete and such a big archives. It was 78 big boxes full of documents, of artifacts, of everything you could possibly think of. I even discovered my own Christmas cards among the archives. So, but what is the value of these 78 boxes is, I think that also has to do with his scientific understanding. He was a man of due diligence, so he saved everything. The data were very, very important for him, and not only the data, but also where the data come from. So everything, every book he has ever referred to in his work, everything that he has done and everything is referred to, he saved. So all of the computer files are printed out, and these are big stacks of printed out computer data. He has saved everything. So the value of that for scientists is that they can go back and retrace his steps one by one of how he came to the dimensions of culture. And that's unique, because a lot of people throw things away, but he has saved everything. Let me see. I wanted to say one more thing about that. I think it reflects also on an empirical focus. He thought it was very, very important to make sure that everybody knew what his results were based on. And as he said at one point, and again, this is thanks to Michael Bonda, who told me this, he said, the truth is in the data, just listen to it speaking. And of course, looking from an intercultural perspective, one of the lessons that he gave us as well is that our own view of data, of course, cannot reflect our cultural bias. So we need to realize that when we're looking at data, we are looking at as a Dutch person, as an Italian, as a Chinese person, as an Argentinian, and we have to be aware of that, because that way we are going to look through our own cultural lenses at the data. So that's I think one of the great values of his archives.
Ike, thank you so much for helping us in having such a great archives and having the possibility to knowing better the work of Professor Hofstede. His ideas are really modern and useful for the future. Ike, thank you so much for this interview, and we appreciate a lot your contribute.
It was my honor. Thank you, Alessandra.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, a truly inspirational person. Pictures are worth thousands of words, and the big program is all about people. So let us now have a look at some photos from the MIG journey of our amazing graduates. Our virtual world is not really perfect, as we have just seen, so the music, I guess, was missing. At least I did not hear it, but a lot of very nice and great memories. And I'm now delighted to welcome two of these outstanding graduates who we have just seen in the pictures. So first, I would like to call onto our virtual stage Amy Alawode for a short speech. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Ruth. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Congratulations, class of 2020. All over the world, we have been acknowledged as simply unique, graduating under these circumstances. Others have mentioned that. When we parted ways last year to work on our thesis in different parts of the world, we looked forward to connecting on the 6th day of July in the beautiful city of Leeds. Although today is that day that we have been expecting to converge and we can't hug one another physically, we can at least give virtual hugs. After all, love transcends all borders and physical spaces, isn't it? Good afternoon, members of faculty, colleagues, and guests. In case we have never met, please call me EJ. I'm from Africa's giant, Nigeria. And the title for this piece is Dare to Leap. One should never stop learning. This was a statement I made recently and reiterate today. When I earned my first degree 3 decades ago, I was one of the youngest in my class. I had lofty dreams. Like today, the world seemed right ahead. However, in my culture, like many others, women are nurtured to aspire to marriage and housekeeping, and I was no exception. That is a story for another day anyway. Nonetheless, I dared to leap when I chose to participate in the Masters in International Communication course. It was ambitious because I couldn't even sponsor myself. However, acquiring a higher degree was really essential for my career. Painfully, I had suffered lots of abuse over the years, and all I needed was positivity and the can-do spirit. Therefore, I found solace in the MIC program with its learning by immersion style, and even went further to enjoy the Erasmus and SMART internship programs. I eagerly interacted with colleagues from all over the world during various group pitches and campaigns in which we exchanged knowledge. It was worth every second, and that is because I dared to leap. As a mature student from an emerging economy, learning was daunting. I belonged to the paper and analog era, so tech in class seemed daunting. I had lots to catch up with. However, was the MIC course exciting? Very. Challenging? Yes. Did I receive help? Lots. Empathy? Of course. Although my health suffered a huge setback during this time, overall, it was truly rewarding. Now I've gone digital, and that is because I dared to leap. Schooling in 2 completely different countries has been great. I would relive the moments of experiential learning, design and critical thinking, networking, gaining soft skills over and over again. I envy the new sets of mixed students though, because they are the ones that would enjoy Lithuania, the United Kingdom, and Italy all in one swoop. Now, to all who made us, from members of faculty to the coffee shop guy with his big, warm, broad smile, we say thank you. We say thank you to all our friends and our nuclear and extended families. We are grateful for your support. We like to thank our significant other because we are proud double degree graduates today. What an honor. Admittedly though, the last few months have been really challenging worldwide. We all know why. However, we have further learned resilience and tenacity of purpose to get things done. We may just need to take that big leap, just like I did when I began this awesome MIC journey. Although there is so much uncertainty in the world today, believe me, behind the dark clouds, there is a silver lining. Just dare to leap. With this, I say thank you to everyone. And can we have a virtual hip, 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 hooray! Congratulations, class. We made it! Thank you.
Thank you so much, EJ. And I wished I had all your positive energy, but I guess it's a bit infectious because I already feel more excited now, even more excited. Thank you, EJ, and we will meet later in our award ceremony. So I would also like to welcome Sylvia now onto our virtual stage. Please, Sylvia.
Hello, everyone. Hello, all MIC colleagues, faculty, and staff. I hope you can all hear me all right. I'm speaking to you from sunny 30-degree Rome. And it's going to be tough to follow Amy's very inspirational speech. I maybe feel like I should have talked to her before writing mine, but anyways, let's give it a go. Well, the MIC marked a real turning point in my life, personally, professionally, and academically. So I really do treasure every moment of it. The program was quite surprising for me in so many different ways. From what I had heard about master's programs, especially from Brazil, and well, what now seems to be not so thorough research about how programs work abroad. I was surprised to see so many young faces around me on the first day of orientation, and that was kind of a constant joke in our class. And although I was happy I wasn't the only, let's say, dinosaur around, I was expecting something in terms of the program a lot more theory heavy and less project based, but I found the applied sciences approach and the different teaching styles really, really interesting. And I knew I would love to live in new places, but Groningen and Milan were truly amazing. They exceeded all of my expectations. And these two cities, filled with their daily surprises and the beautiful modern campuses we went to every day, were really the cherry on top of this whole experience. But to me, really, the most important and beautiful part of the MIC is how it explores interculturalism. That was the biggest draw for me to the program. And it's in the theory and also applied to the international communications projects we worked on. But it was also really embodied in our day-to-day life within the program. As many people say, you have the world in a classroom, and professors and guest lecturers from different countries and different backgrounds. And you really have that chance to live in truly cosmopolitan cities. And that makes the MIC very, very special. Besides allowing me to live this beautiful intercultural experience in my studies, the MIC was also a big part of how I became a consultant for the UN, which is a dream I've had since I started my professional career, which now has been some years ago. I don't really believe in destiny or anything like that, so I just think of it as a very happy coincidence that the MIC class at Yulm got to visit the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, which is FAO, in Rome. And after learning more about WFP, which is FAO's sister agency, also based here in Rome, I was really excited to apply for an internship opportunity there. And I vividly remember doing the interview all alone in one of the huge auditoriums at Yulm. I eventually got the internship, moved here to Rome, and started working in the private partnerships division in WFP June of last year. And I really fell in love with the organization immediately. I love the feeling of going into the office every day and hearing so many different languages in the halls, dealing with so many different intercultural encounters day to day. It was and still is exhilarating for me. And this was always something that gave me flashbacks of the atmosphere in Groningen and at.
Next, I would like to invite onto our virtual stage Shooting Huang.
Rudiger, maybe she's not connected.
Okay, thank you. So we have, of course, also an homage for Shooting, which we will send to you. Okay, then I would like to invite Tuan Nguyen on our virtual stage.
Please turn on microphone and camera.
Myself?
I was relating to Minh Tuan Nguyen. I can't see him.
Tuan, are you here?
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay, now I would like to invite Andrea onto our virtual stage. Dear Andrea, after you had done your first semester. Okay, Andrea.
Turn on the camera, Andrea. Thank you.
What?
You can turn on your camera so we can see you.
I think I did, but is it working?
Yeah, now it's working.
Okay, here we are. Dear Andrea, after you had done your first semester in Vilnius and your second semester in Leeds, you moved on to the United States of America to do research for your dissertation, which compares how Americans and Dutch perceive public campaigns. And this tells us so much about you because it's all your curiosity, your open-mindedness, and your ambition which drives you to take on new challenges. So sometimes it seemed to me that impossible does not exist for you. I always look up to you, and I hope that I can get a bit of your positive spirit and energy. So I just wish that you believe in yourself and never give up any of your future dreams. So thanks again for having joined the MIC program, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been great doing MIC, so thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks to you. And next we have Ben Pockler. Hello, Ben. Ben?
Rudiger is not here.
Okay, then Ludwig. Ludwig is here.
Yes.
Hello, Ludwig.
Hi, Rudiger.
So, dear Ludwig, you are an outstanding example of the educational concept of our MIG program, which educates students to become competent international communication professionals and who can apply their knowledge in practice. Your dissertation, as well as your interests, are in CSR and sustainability, and in your research you have addressed a very practical problem, how CSR initiatives from supermarkets are perceived with your competence, With your competence and passion, you have already found a job in consultancy in Vienna.
Yeah.
Maybe you are just in your office, I'm not sure.
Yeah, in my boss's office, yeah.
Yes, no, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
And of course, we can congratulate the consultancy and your boss that they have recruited you. And it was really a pleasure to have you on the MIG program. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, and thanks to all of my colleagues, to all of the teachers, and also from my side, congrats to all of my friends, to all of my colleagues, and I hope to see all of you in person next year somewhere, and I'm looking forward to it. Thanks again.
Thank you, Ludwig. So next on our stage will be now Feng Yan. Constance, are you here?
I think it's not here, Rudiger.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. And now we just make a move. And I would now like to invite onto our stage my colleague Mariana, who will read out the appraisal for Nung.
Yes, thank you, Rudiger. I hope you can all hear me and see me. And I would love to see Nung again as well, if she's connected.
I am here. Can you hear
Hello.
me? Okay.
Yes. I cannot see you, but I can hear you. Hello. Hello and welcome. I'm reading this note from your advisor, Eric. He congratulates a lot with you for the graduation. He would have preferred to be in person and to hug you in person, but unfortunately, as we all know, this is not possible. But he enjoyed a lot to supervise your thesis and to see you grow through exploring how Vietnamese millennials are mindful of a theme as CSR. So he says that you should be proud of yourself and wishes you good luck for the future.
Thank you so much for Eric. Also, thank you so much all of you for our wonderful experience on the lecture. You say I have a very, very wonderful experience with the big program. I have a very good friend and experience in both Milan and also in Netherlands. I really hope to see you guys in person and to celebrate together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mariana and Nung, and also congratulations from my side, dear Nung. So now it's my pleasure to call onto our virtual stage Professor Luca Posati and Sylvia again.
Yeah, Mariana, it's your turn.
Yes. Again, it's my turn to read this message for Sylvia. It's rather long. It's a very dense message that Luca wrote for you. And even if he's sorry that we are not at University Milan and we're not in person, to wish you all the best for your future. He distinctly remembers you in his social responsibility module last year. 17 months ago. And he's sure, and I am sure too, given your speech, very emotional speech, that you feel like it was yesterday. And nevertheless, since February 2019, you completed your exams, took an internship, and submitted a very interesting dissertation and defended it with flying colours. So this is not game over. It's rather the other way around. This is actually the beginning, and your role with the team at the World Food Programme proves it. The learning process you underpinned is meant to help you deliver effectively your responsibilities as a communication specialist as well as a global citizen. And in today's globalized world, you should be proud to be part of an elitarian group ready to address the challenges of intercultural dialogue. We are very proud of everything you achieved so far and confident that you will meet successfully all future challenges in your career. Congratulations, Sylvia.
Thank you very much. And I have, well, I've said that before in my speech, but yes, it was amazing being part of this program. And I just want to say congratulations again to all my colleagues. And although it's virtual, it's no less, emotional and everything. So very happy to be here. Thank you all.
Yes, congratulations, Sylvia. So now I would like to call Maria Vopilovskaya onto our stage, and again, Mariana, please.
Yes, hello, it's me.
Hello, Maria. Nice to meet you again.
Hi, Mariana.
So Paolo is sending you this note, and he says that the MEEC experience is over and it is time to move to the next stage in your life. But nonetheless, he wishes you all the best in your future endeavors. And he's sure you will be great and you will achieve all your professional and personal goals. Good luck, Maria, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the MEEC program. It was really great life studying and friendship experience, especially in Milan. So I'm really grateful for this, all things we did together. And thank you, and grazie mille alla Jul, especially. Thank you very much.
Grazie.
Congratulations, Maria. Next, I would now like to invite Guido Anichini and Professor Wim Elving.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations to the MEEC for this wonderful ceremony. Of course, we do want to have it in real life, but that's not possible. And I congratulate all the students with their achievements. I've been involved with some of you, and I'm privileged to read out the text for 5 of the students, starting with Guido. Guido, good afternoon. I hope you're doing fine. Congratulations with your master. You deserved it. I think personally, but it's a personal remark, the MEEC has taught you one of the most important lessons in life. You cannot do it all on your own. Please ask others for help if needed. They would be more than happy to help you. And for the rest, I wish you all the luck with your career and stay in touch, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This master represented for me a very important opportunity, and I will make treasure of all the suggestions and guidance you gave me. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Guido.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wim. And next, we invite now Eleonora. Eleonora on stage, please.
Eleonora, I'm privileged to read out this text on behalf of Dr. Tania Uarici. And she writes, so don't blame me if there's something strange in the text. Eleonora successfully finished a very interesting study called Food Waste Reduction, Exploring the Potential of Nudging, while doing an internship at the Student Hotel in Groningen. Her study brings new insights into nudge interventions and the role of cultures on environmental behavioral change. Despite she encountered some challenges during the research process, she was able to overcome them in a creative and professional way, resulting at the end in a great thesis. Every end has a new beginning. Eleonora is now ready for new challenges and adventures. I'm sure she will become a great international communication professional. All the best.
Grande Ele!
Grazie. Thank you. Thank you, Wim. Tanya is not here, but yeah, thank her on my behalf for her words. And yeah, I want to say hi to all of my colleagues and friends. And I hope we can meet again soon in person. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, Eleonora. Next, please come to our virtual stage, Anastasia Koptelova.
Hello. Hi there.
Hi, Anastasia.
Hello.
Dear Anastasia, congratulations with your master's degree. You did a very good job in abandoning your initial idea and created a very interesting master thesis on the Sustainable Development Goals in 2 different countries. Very well done, very well written, and you deserve all the credits for all the hard work you've done. Good luck with your career and stay in touch. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I wanted also to thank for this ability to participate in the MIG program and the experience that it gave it. So thank you very much for this.
Yes, congratulations, Anastasia.
Thank you.
Next on our stage will be now Elisa.
Hello there. Do you see me?
Good, yes, we see you. Good afternoon, Elisa.
Hi.
Congratulations with your master degree.
Thank you.
Your thesis was on how big companies engaged with their stakeholders on CSR on Facebook. The research you concluded was top work, though you rightfully claimed that you were given too little time. But in the end, you managed to hand in a very good thesis and even submitted the thesis for the UPRERA Master Award. You would deserve such an award. I hope you still have the spirit and energy to build your thesis into an article. Please contact me for that if you're still wanting to. And you've been contacting me for references already, so I hope you did get the job already and hope all the best for your career and stay in touch, please.
Thank you very much. I want to say first I miss you all, my colleagues, and I would like to see you once again, so let's hope it happens. And then about the future, I think one part of me would like to go back 1 year because it was easier than today and we are tackling the work experience. And the only thing I hope is that even if I'm quite, let's say I discuss every single thing, I don't think it's rightful. I hope that there is somebody out there who would like to be criticized and also make this society a little bit better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, Elisa. We count on you that the society gets better.
I hope so.
Caro, this is also on behalf of Tanya Uarici. You successfully finished a very useful study for international humanitarian community called Visual Communication under Multicultural Context in the Use of Enhancing Public Attentiveness in Humanitarian Campaigns. Her study looked at factors in visual design that influence public attentiveness. paying special attention to cultural dimensions. Despite the fact that she was not in Groningen, I was surprised by her capacity to work independently and integrated feedback aimed at improving her own drafts. She's also well aware of intercultural and international aspects, so I'm sure that she will be a great communication professional everywhere she goes. All the best. Well, that's something I could agree with on. Congratulations, Kao.
Yeah, I would like to say a big thank for Tanya, even though she's not here, and Mariana, because they helped me so much on the journey of finishing my dissertation. And I'm now living in Amsterdam, so I hope we can organize something that we can gather with all our classmates together someday when, I don't know when, but I hope to see my colleagues and the professors someday in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sun, and congratulations. And also thank you, Wim, for joining today. So now I would like to call Christine.
Rudiger, it seems Christine is not here.
Okay, thank you. So then I would like to call Peter and my dear colleague Astrid.
Are you connecting, Peter? No, he's not. He's not, Rudiger.
Thank you. So then, Long, please come to our virtual stage. And again, Astrid, please.
Hi, I can see. I can't see you, but I know you are here.
Is Koi here?
Yes, he's here.
Okay, Koi is here. So now I'm going to read out my congratulations to Koi. Koi, dear Koi, first of all, I would like to congratulate you on finishing your master degree, and I have come to know you as a lover of digital business and a designer. You're a designer as well. You have become an expert in professional communication. You did your thesis, wrote it on corporate social responsibility and how it's considered as a key for firms to enhance the brand equity, especially in developed countries. So what you did specifically is you looked at the plastic industry in Vietnam. And I really must say I enjoyed working with you. I am sure that you will have found your niche now and to how you can use your valuable skills in digital business communications, which are very much needed at the moment. These qualities in a post-COVID world will sure get you far in life. I wish you all the best and good luck.
Thank you, Astrid. I would say that it's a pleasure for me to join the MIG program. I have lots of good friends, good colleagues, meeting with lots of professors, and lastly, you helped me a lot with my dissertation, and without your help, I couldn't pass this one in this easy way. So thank you. And I would like to meet all of my colleagues in the future in person, of course, after we talk with this pandemic. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations also from me. So last but not least, I would like to invite Lotte, and Astrid will give the homage to Lotte.
Hi, Lotte. It's very good to see you today. As Rudiger already said, it's last but certainly not least. You have always come to class with your trademark big smile on your face. and you are all about energy and positivity. Actually, in your thesis, you even managed to make this positivity in a research, and you decided to start body positivity. The purpose of this body positivity movement is to provide women to encourage, to foster respect for one's own body. And you did this by looking at certain frames, visual frames on Instagram, which would get body positivity messages across. And you also looked at how these visual frames were picked up and used by certain company campaigns. I had a quick look on your LinkedIn page, and I could see that you're well on your way to become a communication professional. You started last year when you did your thesis as a marketing communications intern at the Hilton in Amsterdam, and you now work at a company called Pancakes in Amsterdam. And I hope you can explain us what this company is all about, because I'm wondering if it is about baking pancakes. So good luck to you, and keep in touch, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Astrid. Thank you all for having a lovely 1.5 years. It flew by and it was an amazing experience. So thank you so much, and congratulations to all.
Yes, congratulations, Lotte. Okay, thank you. And I would just suggest that we all switch on. We have had now these virtual claps, but I would just suggest that we all switch on now our micros and try to crash the system and give a clap to everyone. Yes, part 1 of our graduation celebration is over, and we will continue next spring. As Arnold Schwarzenegger mentioned, we will be back. And we, of course, hope that you will all now continue your celebrations wherever you are, and probably with a couple of real drinks. And just to finish, be proud of yourself, enjoy the rest of your day, and see you back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
For the students who want to continue going, how does it work?
Just don't leave the chat.
Does this chat stay open, or we have to create a new one?
No, we can just stay here.
Right. So.
Ciao.
And drink or something. So if you don't, or you have, okay. Well, if you have to work or something, I'll do it for you. So.
Yes, much appreciated.
Cheers to everyone.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Hello.
So we can say